So we are going to begin by looking at why use Blackboard Collaborate in your instructions. So we're going to first talk about what is Blackboard Collaborate. So Blackboard Collaborate is a web conferencing, live instructional virtual environment for the use of communicating, presenting, interacting, and instructing. It was originally created in 2010 and is Java-based. Blackboard Collaborate uses a strong communication platform which features different aspects, and it's really a unique learning and teaching tool. It really captures the essence of a face-to-face session without actually being in the same location. Blackboard Collaborate is delivered through the internet. The moderator and participants or guests can log in using a computer or a PC that has an internet connection. The Blackboard Collaborate interface requires the user to either use a headset with built-in microphone or separate microphone and speakers. Users participate in interactive web conferencing sessions by talking, text messaging, listening, and also they can video with one another. Blackboard Collaborate web conferencing is formerly known as Illuminate Live and is used in education, such as delivering online courses, using it in blended courses, also as a space for collaborated writing, office hours, tutorials, etc. And we'll go into those more throughout your training modules. It also offers a whiteboard space for collaborating and is currently available on mobile apps for students to use. So that's just a little overview of what Blackboard Collaborate is. So why should you even consider using a synchronous web conferencing software such as Blackboard Collaborate? To begin with, it helps to increase accessibility. So you as a teacher become more accessible to students. You also can encourage students to work with one another, so they become more accessible to their peers outside of the classroom. As mentioned previously, it mimics face-to-face environments. So in distance learning situations or in an online classroom, Blackboard Collaborate can help to create an environment that mimics a traditional face-to-face classroom environment. And this is great for students who thrive in those conditions. Students can ask questions with the instructor. There's no longer that divide that exists between screen and screen. You feel as though you're in the same workspace together. It also is a great place for open communication and instant feedback, which also will mimic that face-to-face environment. So web conferencing in a synchronous environment also encourages collaboration, like the name suggests. It encourages students to talk with one another and elaborate on topics. It also is a good source for collaboration amongst teachers and students, and it could be used for projects as well. And a really great thing it does is that it limits geographic restrictions. So even in traditional classrooms, timing, geographic location, schedule, etc. can be kind of tight and kind of can cause some strain on learning. This can be limited by Blackboard Collaborate, and this is really important in distance learning classes, so students can actually have a space to get together and talk with one another. Teachers can also record sessions, so then they don't even have to be at the same time, and it not only eliminates geographic location, but it also limits timing and scheduling restrictions. And the last thing it does is that it encourages support. So using Blackboard Collaborate, students can turn to the instructor or to their peers for helps on difficult topics, or when they're reviewing for a test, or also when they're working through problems. So it kind of just serves as an open workspace to support learning amongst one another. Some learning theories that kind of back up the use of synchronous web conferencing include Malcolm Knowles' adult learning theory. So Malcolm Knowles' adult learning theory simply states that an adult wants to be involved in their learning process. So Blackboard Collaborate, it provides them the opportunity to do that. They can work with others, they can collaborate with their peers, they also can discuss with their teachers anything that goes up, so they become active in their role of learning, which is really crucial, as Malcolm Knowles studied, in how an adult learns differently from a child. Also, Lee Vygotsky's social development theory is also supports synchronous web conferencing. So simply he states that we reach our highest cognitive ability through our interactions with others. So often in distance learning classes, we can become separated from our peers and our instructors. And Blackboard Collaborate really lessens that divide. We can encourage the students in a class to further expand upon ideas and communicate, so they're able to have that feedback with their peers. And sometimes, as mentioned, that's really limited in distance learning classes, or even in face-to-face traditional classrooms. That can be a struggle when the student leaves the class and they're alone. So this provides an environment where they can be social and really grow upon their education. So in this short little presentation, we simply went over what Blackboard Collaborate is, and it's a synchronous web conferencing software that really promotes communication among students and has an array of tools to use when using this platform. We also talked about how Blackboard Collaborate helps to appeal to the needs of learners, such as it encourages accessibility, mimics face-to-face environments. It really encourages student-to-student work. It limits any scheduling conflicts that may occur, and really provides as a great support system for students and for teachers. And the last thing we talked about is that Blackboard really helps to connect students and promotes collaboration, which helps to support the adult learning theory and social development theory, where adults need to be active in their learning experience and know where they're going and why. And also that socialization really helps to develop our cognitive ideas. So that's it for this lesson. If you want to return to D2L and complete the activities associated with the first module, and then in our second module, we're going to talk about how to use Blackboard Collaborate in instruction. And that's it.